Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Friday Eve. Just strolling along here, dropping the baby off to school, getting my nerves tested. I hope everyone is doing okay, that's I need to put my seatbelt. Okay, I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. But yeah, let's talk about this bonnet war. I've really been wanting to do it. But I thought, it's probably gonna be going away, but when I first heard about it, I'm like, for one, I don't own a bonnet. I've never been one to wear weaves. I've always worn wigs because I get hot and I don't like being hot. Being hot makes me angry and I literally turn into the Incredible Hulk. I like to be able to just snatch my hair hat off because that's what that's what it is. It's a hat made out of hair. To me, at least. So, yeah. And I've always called it that before. Tommy Sotomayor or whatever, however you say his name. And so it's no shade, because like I said, I always will wear it myself. So that's just a disclaimer, because you can fart and somebody thinks it's shade, because they're so narcissistic. I bet they think this video is about them. But, let me not go that way. I'm going to end up in school traffic. But yeah, I'm just going to go out and flat out say I'm part of the Bonnet Brigade. I've never been one to wear them, but I support black women doing whatever the heck they want to do, whatever the fuck they want to do. We're past the 2-minute mark. I'm here for black women doing whatever the fuck they want to fucking do. That's what I'm here for. Everybody and their ancestors gets to not be policed. And I'm not even going to say, they get to wear it. It's not even about getting to wear anything. They're not being policed. Black women are policing black women on bonnets. Black men police black women on weaves. And as they like to call it, as slander, hair hats. Black women are policed by the job force, the workforce, because of braids and dreads and don't wear an Afro puff. Oh, you're trying to be, soul sister. Don't do that. You're going to hear a lot of lame shit, from people trying to relate, or people of no color, saying something about your Afro. You look like Pam Grier. Or you look, Foxy Cleopatra, something like that, like in 1970. And that was over 60 years ago. So I don't get it. But I'm here for the Bonnet Brigade. Let us do whatever the fuck we want to do. Stop policing us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who these black women gatekeepers are. But it's whack, because like I said, we're policed by everybody and their ancestors. And now you've got, black women policing, other black women. And I'm just not here for it. Let us do whatever we want to. And for those talking about representation, look. And shout out to Yanni, because I saw her say this, hey, we don't live in a utopia. She said something about having solutions for real life issues. Right now we don't we should be able to wear what we want, but right now we're living in the now. Also, we're living in the reality. This is not a utopia. The fact is, you're going to be treated a certain way behind the bonnet. Pretty much was the message. And also that we're not going to see no change in our lifetime. Things are not changing or progressing fast enough. And I get that. is not changing fast enough. So if one person puts on a bonnet, that's just going to change the representation of black women. Even if 2 people, 3 people, if the collective wears a bonnet, that's suddenly going to change. Come on, get off the shits. Get off the bullshit. That's where I have a problem. That's exactly where I have a problem. Get off the bullshit. As a collective, wearing a bonnet is not going to change the woes of black women. It's just not. They're not going to disappear. And let me touch on this because I have to. Because I've been there before. With my father, who was my first narcissistic abuser, that I'm just now realizing, and then with my ex-best friend, who was my most recent narcissistic abuser, who had me beat down so low, there were times when I wasn't getting out of bed. Everyone keeps saying, you want to represent your best self, you want to be your best self. Come on, get off the fucking gas. You don't know somebody's state of mind, where they're at in their state or frame of mind, and if they even have the will. Because there was a time the whole time, half the time, when I was with my narcissistic abuser, when I didn't even want to get out of bed. If I didn't want to get out of bed, what does that mean? I'm not doing anything else, much less worried about a bonnet and black women representation. Think about that. Like, really? So it's like, we got to really ask ourselves, what is the roots? The roots, as we say in the South. What is the roots to this? Starts with the state of mind. I'm going to tell you something that I figured out, that I found out and discovered. Your environment is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. That also goes for, your appearance. You don't feel good about yourself, your home is not going to be tidy. You're depressed. You're in a state of mind. You're in a sunken place, as they call it. You'll walk by something. You dropped a piece of bread on the ground. You don't even have the will to pick it up. True story. You dropped X amount of milk spilled on. You're not even going to bother. You don't have the will. Have you ever experienced that? Have you ever experienced not having the will consumed in somebody else's ass and their goals? On OnlyFans. Oh, let me stop. But seriously, somebody's in, and yeah, there are exceptions to the rules as far as that statement I just made that I discovered. Your environment is a reflection on how you feel about yourself and your self-esteem. I literally had to think of myself as a god. I have control over this. If I drop a penny, I can change the world of the floor by picking up that penny, and that floor no longer has that penny on the ground. It's like I literally had to use psychology to snap out of that sunken place. I really did. And reverting back to this bonnet, like I said, I am part of the bonnet brigade only because I'm for black women not being policed. And when I say not being policed, I mean by everybody, including and especially other black women. We are not a monolith. Half of y'all believe that y'all are Native Americans, believe that all your melanin came from the Americas, or North America. And the other half, proud black African goddess queen. We're not a monolith. I just can't with the represent us trope. Because at the end of the day, once dick is involved, you'll fuck her, man. Like, stop. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. We're individuals. We're individuals. We came out that pussy by ourselves. I don't care if you're a twin. Both of y'all didn't come out the pussy at the same time. We came in this world alone. We gonna die alone. If that person is in a state of mind to where they want to wear a bonnet, it's not for you to check them, because you don't know where they are mentally. I've gone months when I was in my depression without even touching my hair because I was disgusted by it. I was taught that it was disgusting. I literally thought that I was Marsha Brady until I got, treated by the world. No, you just don't know what people been through. It's not your place. There is no, and this whole, I love Chrissy. I love Chrissy. I watch her. But this is my thing. Back to what I was saying, that we're not a monolith. There really is no code if there is no collective. We're not collected and as tight-knit as we look, we're not I'm gonna tell you one thing. I've never had a white homegirl or a white friend, do me scandalous like a sister just did. Behind some, money, some fucking money. And I get it. Not everyone grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth like I did. I'm from Frisco, Texas. I'm raised in Frisco, Texas. I grew up in, next to Steve Harvey's house. And, I get, maybe they have a different experience and just being broke and poor just really fucked them up. And they would rather, sell their conscience, and have a lack of integrity for the sake of money, but you never know what someone's experience is what I'm working on trying to say. So it's like, I'm over the Bonnet brigade, Bonnet brigade versus the anti-Bonnets. It's dumb. There is no collective. There's no collective. If there was a collective, we wouldn't be, hoes wouldn't be done scandalous all the time. If there was a collective, Chrissy wouldn't be, tripping if Cynthia G sneezes in her direction. Cynthia G can literally sneeze in Chrissy's direction, and then Chrissy gonna make a video out of it. Ain't no collective. And once we realize that, like, oh my God, I think that we will actually progress. You know what I'm saying? There's no collective, so there's no code. You can't ask for a code if there's no collective. Not staying on code actually makes for good content, for a lot of YouTube creators. So, those are my thoughts on the Bonnet. Let people do whatever the fuck they want to do. We have gender rights. We have sex rights. We have a slew of human rights. I don't get why we're gangbanging over bonnets. Like I said, I've never owned one before. I've never worn I've worn a bonnet before, but it just, from my dread, when I had some faux dreads, some faux locks. But I was raised by a black man and a white woman. A blonde hair, blue-eyed white woman. I wasn't wearing no bonnets. I was wrapping my hair. They forced my hair. They coerced and manipulated it till it was straight with chemical treatments, perms. So bonnets, I wasn't patting my weave or nothing. I wasn't doing that. And speaking of patent weaves, let's just be honest. Sometimes I'd rather see a bonnet than somebody's tracks coming undone and matted up with glue. But even if it is matted up with glue and their weave is out, like, I'm going to look at, honestly, I'm going to look at that person more sideways than someone with a bonnet on. Like, at the airport when they're going to go to sleep on a red eye. And it's like, we're so bottom of the barrel that there's no other demographic to go to police. I'm talking about black women. Black women are so bottom of the barrel that there's no one else to police, so we're going to police other black women. Like, come on now. I don't care if you want to wear a bonnet or not. I'm not about to police you and add to the more burdens of black women. If you're pro-bonnet, that's what's up. If you're anti-bonnet, I'm not going to lie, that's kind of weird. If you're not worried about what that person is doing in their bedroom, if you're not worried about what that person is doing in their front yard publicly, if you're not worried about what that person is putting in their bodies, and I actually kind of compare this to vegans, the vegan gatekeepers. Y'all, like, it's just, y'all will do anything to shuffle yourself at the top because of low self-esteem. You can't be measured any other way outside regulating whether other black women wear bonnets or not. Me wearing a bonnet shouldn't regulate your self-esteem. You're not a representation of me. And even if you are a representation of me, it's not going to change, like Yanni said, in our lifetime. It's not going to change in our lifetime. It's not going to change in our daughter's lifetime. It's just not. And thinking that it is, you're being willfully obtuse. It's not going to change. Let people do whatever the fuck they want. It's like black women are always we're always at the bottom. Everyone else gets their rights to be who they are. Everybody else gets their rights to be who they are, look how they are, wear what they want to wear, except for black women. So that's pretty much all I got to say. Anything else, I feel like I'd be repeating shit. So, go ahead. I know I forgot to say this in the beginning. Oh, well, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know whenever I have something to upload. Thank you. And again, happy Friday Eve.